let's say for the average player who rec level, 2 home run, 3 home run limits in their local area, maybe it's U-Trip, maybe it's USA, whatever, things that move the needle. Number 1, cut swing or flat swing.
From a execution standpoint, learning to cut the ball, if you don't know how to do it, it can look really, really bad. And so when you're coming into the game, focus on the center of the softball. Focus on making contact, really good contact, before you start trying to hit the ball to all fields and cut it and do all those other things that come with, it's like playing golf, right? When you're playing golf, the idea is you've got to make sure that you know how to hit the ball straight before you start trying to slice and fade and backspin it on the green and stuff. So that's one of those things that you got to think about.
Okay, so it sounds like a little too high level, maybe cart before the horse for a lot of people.
Cart before the horse. Great analogy.
Yeah.
Work on good contact. Even if you hit it right to someone, there's something about hitting a ball well, even when you make it out, that makes you kind of smack the bat, but you're like, man, I hit that good.
Well, and that's my thing. It's like, if you smash a line drive, good things will happen.
Right.
You hit it 90 miles per hour through the infield with topspin, it's going to be hit most of the time.
Right.
But like backspin or topspin, hit the ball hard.
Roll over.
What's up? We got a special guest today who's going to be a recurring guest, slow pitch pro, Marieo Foster. Hello, sir.
Hey, Dan, what's up, everybody? Marieo Foster with Marucci Sports, slow pitch softball pro.
So in this video, we're talking about things that move the needle or don't move the needle. So check it out. I think you're going to like it. A slight uppercut works just fine for co-ed. I mean, I play co-ed with a lot of, and just men's league night with a lot of guys who are like young, right out of baseball, and they're full on baseball swings and mashing the ball. If you're good at hitting the ball hard, you're getting on base, right? Now, I get that doesn't play at higher levels, but I think that the biggest thing, like you said, for co-ed or just for low levels, for the average slow pitch player, just hit the ball hard. You hit the ball hard, good things happen, you know? Reaction time of the fielders is lower, you get on base. So it's like, I think at higher levels, and I completely agree that the ball is coming down, it's providing the launch angle essentially, so when you hit it flat, like you I get it, it makes sense. But for most players, if you have a little bit of uppercut, hit the ball hard, you're going to be just fine. Senior bats are fun, huh?
Very. You're up on the soccer field.
Next one, bats. Do they move the needle?
Yes.
How obsessed should people be with bats?
Every manufacturer makes a pretty decent bat, but ultimately, the bat has to fit your swing. There have been bats that have been manufactured that are really, really good that I just couldn't swing them.
Yeah, I've swung something like that myself.
My timing, but it wasn't a reflection of the bat and its performance. It was just, it didn't fit my swing.
Yeah.
And bats do, it is about a bat fitting someone's swing. Every bat isn't for every person. You know, you'll have some people who go, hey man, have you tried this bat? It's really good. And it very well may be, just may not work for you.
Right.
And that's the key.
Yeah, I mean, so having tested probably 35 bats in the last 6 months, most of the $300 bats are about the same. They're going to give you the same exit velocity when you hit it good. Sweet spot is the large on all these composite bats. They're just not that different, right? Like I've tested so many of them in the same price range. It's like, for me, my benchmark is around probably 92 average exit velocity when I hit a line drive. They're all 90 to 94 in general, like for the most part. There's no bat that's like spiked up because Rawlings owns Easton, they own Mikan, they own Worth, and they own Combat. So that's 4 of the big bat manufacturers are all owned by the same company, number one, right? Marucci's independent. Well, I think we're at the point where the engineering is so good that most bats are very, very similar, right? They're performing very similar. And so I think what you said is perfect. It's like, what bat fits your style? Are you a balanced person? Are you an end-loaded person? Are you a 25? Are you 27? What feels good to you and what matches your swing? Like I've kind of figured out that like a 1-piece end loaded, like a 1 ounce and 1 piece, it feels too stiff and like I don't like that on my swing. I prefer a 2-piece. I've kind of settled into 26 ounce, which I like. This is 27, but it feels perfectly good to me, just the same. Yeah, I think people should stay within their budget, but if you're not a home run hitter, is the extra $100, $150 going to make a difference in your game? I
think what it does is it makes a difference in between, like I was saying earlier, about the ball getting through the hole versus being caught.
That's true.
To the gap versus being caught. So it won't necessarily change whether or not you hit a home run, but it may change the difference between the ball being caught.
Yeah, and that's what exit velocity. I mean, you see in Major League Baseball, the higher the exit velocity, the more balls are just going to go through. You know.
Right.
If you're and obviously with the short field and slow pitch, that is just exacerbated that effect.
Right. There are the people who have to catch those same 100-mile-an-hour balls you're hitting right now.
All right, next one, an expensive fielding glove. Does it move the needle
Absolutely.
for the average player? Tell me why.
You play defense. You've got to. Your glove is an extension of your hand. It
Yeah.
has to feel good. You can't have a glove that you're uncomfortable with. If you don't know where the pocket is on that glove when the ball is hit to you hard or whatever, you're not going to come up with it clean. I mean, that's huge. As a person who pitches and pitches with balls that come at me very fast, I need to trust that the glove I have on is going to protect me. And I would say the same for anyone who plays a position. That glove is so important. I mean, we've all seen people who have a glove that should be retired, but they'll go get it relaced before they buy a new glove because the glove is just that important to them.
Yeah, I think a fielding glove, I think it's a big mistake that I see a lot of players make is that their glove's too small. And so they're reaching for that line drive in the hole and they have a 12-inch glove versus a 13 and it's just going to be, they're not going to, if you think about 20-game season, how many of those balls are just out of reach that maybe you catch with a little bit bigger glove, number one. And then break in, when you have two, do you finger shifts, put two in the pinky stall, it makes your pocket so much deeper. That long running catch, it stays in versus like clanking off your palm and falling out. Cheaper gloves just don't break in as well. Like you're not going to get the mold that you want. It's not going to shape the way you want. It doesn't have to be super expensive, but there's getting out of like the $50 to $80 range, you get to 100 and above, gloves get a lot better. And it's just a better tool, right? You buy a cheap tool to work on your car. It might break, it might not do the job. And that's kind of where gloves are as well.
So do you think, as someone who's come from baseball, do you think that a lot of it has to do with the fact that people who come from baseball that are new to softball are using those smaller gloves because that's more common in baseball and they don't realize the difference when they come to slow pitch softball and that the bigger glove is more helpful?
Yeah, I hear that a lot. I hear people comment, they're like, well, I use an 11 3/4 and I'm fine. It's like, yeah, you're a good fielder. And like when you square up to it, you are fine. Like I agree, but like it's those ones, like softball is a game of stabbing at balls in the infield.
Right.
Like if you're hitting, I'm hoping if it's to my left or right, I'm just hoping to stab at it and get leather on it.
Right.
And if you talk about a 12 3/4 inch glove versus an 11 3/4, I'm just going to get less of those balls I stab at.
An 11 3/4 glove.
It's small and you're going to palm it all the time.
Yeah, the 11 3/4 glove is built for a baseball to be inside of it, not for a 12-inch softball coming at 100 miles an hour to hit you.
That was my swing of the day.
Yeah, that was
my senior bat swing of the day.
That was on the
didn't quite backspin it
on the 5-foot crossbar line.
I just want to be a senior.
So
I'll dye my beard a little whiter. All right, batting gloves. The batting gloves move
batting
the needle.
gloves matter. Yeah. Batting gloves. I like a glove I don't like a glove feeling too loose on my hands. I like it to feel kind of snug because when you sweat, they're going to loosen up anyway.
Right.
I like to have a snug fit on the glove, and I like a glove that isn't too thick but isn't too thin, because I like to feel like I'm locked into the grip with the glove.
Yeah, there are definitely some on the market that are like quite thick and they're durable, like they're good gloves. But if you don't want the thick feel, you just feel like you're not in contact with the bat as much.
Right, and I like a thin sort of feel on the handle, so a bit of a sturdier glove, thin feel on the handle. Feels better to me.
I'm a little sweatier than average, and like especially when I sweat, I can feel it like sort of trickles down my arm. Mm-hmm. I'll throw the bat. Like these grips are better than ever. So if you're not like a super hard swinger and you're not sweaty, the grips are really good. Like when we were kids, especially did they even have grips when you were a kid? Yeah. It lets you feel like you can let loose and not let go of the bat.